Welcome to the Q&Q edition of Soccer A to Z, the AZ. This is the quiz and questions edition. We've got Robbie's off ill still.
Yeah.
So, we've got Helen's here.
Hello.
Joe's here.
Hello.
And Tubes is here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned because after the quiz we have what's right with football and anything but football. But first we have some questions. By the way, can we ask you to send in some football questions as well? We've all got great football brains. We all can discuss the full.
He's got a great footballing brain.
Yeah, so we'd like to do football stuff, not just Soccer AM questions. We're inundated with those, but Helen's got some now.
I have. Alpha Kilo says, great to hear all of the memories. Please tell me I'm not mad here. I remember the Ramblers very well with their flasks and bags, but there was definitely another sketch which involved the gang as the Red Hot Chili Peppers. All they had, somebody's laughing, so somebody remembers this, all they had was socks covering their bits, and they all came out doing the helicopter. I've spent years checking online for a clip of this. Oh, have you now, Alpha Kilo? My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, when we watched the episode, she tells me she remembers it too. I'm not mad. I don't know why. It was one of the funniest clips ever. Please confirm I'm not mad, and thanks for the memories. Now,
Joe?
I cannot
I don't
coming out.
I can't remember you doing
I'm guessing it would have been coming out of the lockers.
Yeah.
I remember
like
it.
Fenners and Rocket. I don't
you came
remember.
you came out with a sock over your bits and bobs.
How did it stay on?
What do we...
No, I don't think they windmill.
No, we wouldn't have come out windmilling.
Well, I seem to have a memory of it as well. None of you lot remember it, but you had you had socks gaffered to yourself.
Possibly on a lucky band or something.
Well, maybe
we wouldn't have win.
No, I don't think you were windmilling, but you had to. Do you know what? I swear it was a gag we came up with because of the Chili Peppers did that thing where they had socks. You know?
Yeah.
So I thought that's why we did it. And
I don't know. I don't even remember doing it.
oh my god! How can you not remember being naked on telly? I suppose you were so often naked on telly.
Yeah.
It's like topless every week.
Thing is about the Ramblers, I had to look at you lot standing there with your map. You had a map, didn't you? Well,
I had a map.
Had a flask.
Fenners had a
What was in it again?
It kept hot things hot and cold things cold.
What was in it?
2 cups of coffee and a chocolate.
That's right.
And what did Rocket have in front of him? A lunchbox.
A lunchbox. I had a map. I had the most coverage.
Yeah, but I had to see, like.
What did it actually have the? You actually?
Yeah, we had nothing on.
Yeah,
they were totally naked.
Starkers, yeah.
And there was one time where Fenners showed me he was doing this joke. Fenners was doing. He shows me a Polaroid.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he says that's me. He said I was naked in this. That's me front bottom. And he's talking about his front bottom, and it was like that was the joke. But in his Polaroid, he shows me he'd taken a Polaroid of himself naked on the show. So on air, he shows me a picture of himself naked, and I've absolutely lost it because it's like. I was just not expecting it at all. It was just so funny.
The things that used to go on behind that set.
Oh my god, it was so funny. Things were so funny. And also the stuff which was being said in my ear all the way through the show. It was so much fun. Oh god, I couldn't have any more fun we used to do on that show. Such a laugh.
This leads me on to the next question that comes from Alfie that says, where did you find the inspiration for the gags on Soccer AM? Because I have to say they were so far removed from football that you didn't look for football gags. They were just stupid stuff that was some of it, Tim, was so random. But
what would happen? We would sit there on we have an ideas meeting on a Tuesday though, didn't we?
Tuesday.
And we would say any ideas, and then by the time we got to Friday, we had to have ideas, and we were just, and it was, you hear about it a lot.
Friday was the lockers meetings.
Right.
To talk about the gags.
Yeah, but we tried to write them before that, hadn't we? Yeah. But you listen to a lot of Americans talk about Saturday Night Live and stuff like that, and the writer's room and the pressure. And every time I hear people talking about that, this is what kind of it was like. We were sitting there going, we've got to come up with jokes. And
it was torture.
And we've got to come up with an idea. But we weren't doing it like 6 episodes a year. We were doing 40 bloody episodes of this stuff, and we had to come up with it. We really set our stalls out to kill ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it did become we became quite good at writing them in the end, didn't we? It became much more natural. But we would any idea anyone would had, and that's why I think the great thing about Soccer AM was literally anyone, whether they were just turned up and they were a runner or something, go, I've got an idea. We're all like, what is it? What was your we need an idea. What have you got? And so there were so many ideas being written. But
if there's something obvious, like if it was, say, the Super Bowl at the weekend or something, we'd do American football or something like that. But some of the random stuff, like the Christmas special doing sailors with buckets on our feet, and the Aussie rules, just I can't remember the Vietnam soldiers, and some of the stuff we did was just so random. And we would sit on a Friday evening and just try and write or come up with jokes,
and then remember them.
And then remember them. We'd have a bit of a rehearsal.
God,
I think we've got it. Get Rocket up here now.
Yeah.
So Rocket had come out of edit or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And we just had to try and have a run through. And Rocket would have to try and remember his lines cold. Like me and Fenners would sort of just try and piece it together with you. And it was just, and then we'd have a quick run through on would we even have a rehearsal on a Saturday?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
That was just it.
Yeah.
That was it.
We'd just
go for
try and remember it.
Also, that you sitting down and writing the gags for the lockers was one thing, but do you remember in the days when we used to do a pre-titles gag as well?
God,
Yeah.
So we used to have to think of something. And I remember the day that, and it was Andy Harris came in, he said, I've had this idea. Let's not do them anymore. Let's just start the show. And everybody went, yes, let's bin off.
Helen, we started doing behind the lockers gags. You were involved in a lot of those as well.
Yeah.
And so we would have like jokes which would happen, or I would leave through the lockers and then talk to people, and that was pre-recorded. But the thing about that, what I remember so vividly, is when we started doing them, we were all pretending to act naturally, right? Be as natural as possible. And it looked terrible. And then when we started just to ham it up, it works. Acting naturally is not good TV. You've got to have a bit of ham to it. So I was always like a bit miserable on it, wasn't I? I was always a bit like sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Rubbish.
That's the word. But you have
aggressive,
to
anal.
You have to ham it up for it to work. And we realised that we all had to be like an exaggerated version of ourselves. Otherwise, it didn't work. But God, we had our work cut out doing that. What's another question, Helen?
This one is kind of ties in with everything that we're talking about. Andy Jardine says, have I gone mad, or was there a section on the show where people used to say lobster, lobster, fish, fish? What the hell was that about?
Eric Hall was the big manager, and he used to say monster, ish. He used to say ish.
Is he the agent guy?
What?
Yeah.
Agent. Yeah, he was an agent of all the players.
Yeah.
And he used to say
Cigar.
monster, so we we stole it and went lobster, fish. Because I think that was an Andy Harris thing where he used to say, was he saying lobster, fish? And Rocket used to dress up as a lobster.
Yeah, we got a lobster
boy.
suit in, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's right.
What's interesting is... Go on, Helen.
And the thing that I remember most about Rocket having to get dressed up as the lobster ready to go outside is our guest. We had the Charlatans on, and we were in the middle of the show, and all of a sudden Tim Burgess out of nowhere just said, there's a lobster. I've just seen a lobster.
That's right, yeah. Just seen a lobster walk past.
He looks so confused as well.
He was so confused about it. He said it out loud, live on TV. We were doing something else. And I remember how you and I handled it. Because as I looked at him and said, and you've just decided to say that out loud on live television, you leant over, Tim, and picked up his glass of water and swirled it around and gave it a big sniff. And it was just a fact. I cannot remember what we were in the middle of, but he said, there's a lobster over there, because Rocket had just shuffled in, dressed up. And
and Eric Hall wanted to be our manager. He used to always say to me, I'm going to make you a star. He literally said that. I'm going to make you he was such a big personality. I'm going to make you a star. I'm going to get you and Helen. I'm going to make you stars. Come with me, Tim. Come with me. And the other one who wanted to try and manage us was, who's the other bloke, Helen? The PR guy. Max Clifford.
Oh, wow.
Max Clifford. Ooh. I remember that conversation. I think I've spoken about it early days on the podcast where
we
you
never had
came
a meeting
to me
with him, did we? In the end,
you came to me one Friday and you said, Max Clifford wants to meet us. He wants us to go to his offices, and he wants to meet us. And you looked at me, and your eyes were like, you said, what should we do? And I was just waiting for you to lead this, because I thought, if you think it's a good idea, I'll come with you. And if you don't, I won't. And you just said, I don't think we should. And I went, thank God for that, me either.
Didn't feel right, did it?
It didn't feel, because I think we both knew, because that was the time when the press were putting celebrity anything on the front page of the paper. Anywhere that I went, I used to have because I drove myself everywhere I went, and I used to have the photographers come running down. And this was just me off Soccer AM, and I was just getting out the car to go to some do in London that had been invited to, and they'd take 2 pictures of my face, and then they'd do they'd try and do the upskirting thing. And it was, and I remember when you said Max Clifford wants to represent us, and I just had this awful vision that he would send the photographers to try and do the upskirt to then put me on the front of a
front of a
paper. The upskirt.
Yeah, I don't know anything about.
It was awful.
I don't know anything about Max and what he did, but there was a lot of there was a lot of the agents around that time who would get paparazzi to turn up for their clients and stuff. And then, that was it. I'm not slurring or smearing any one person. That was how it worked. That was how the whole industry worked. They created just tabloidy stuff, didn't they, to get you into the papers? Kind of worked for a lot of celebrities, though. Get yourself in the papers, then you get rich. Should we have a quiz?
Yes, an unfair one.
Yeah, well, let's make it unfair. Why not?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Unfair Football Quiz. It's unfair because football is unfair. Before I tell you about the quiz, let's meet our 2 competitors. First up is a Borough fan called Will. Will lives in Gateshead, and he's a primary school teacher. Fun fact, he nearly didn't get a job because of scoring a goal on the yard. What on earth does that mean? Let's find out. It's Will Clydesdale. Hello, Will. How are you?
I'm all right. Good morning. How's everyone?
All good, thanks, mate. All good, thanks, pal.
Tell us about how you didn't get a job because of scoring a goal in the yard.
Yeah, so I was a student, and I had to walk from my classroom to get the printing. And as I was walking, the old-fashioned sponge ball, it was a muddy day. I was walking past where all the boys played football, and this ball dropped, and I took it on my chest, and I volleyed it in I Joe Cole against Sweden in the far top corner. Ran around the yard celebrating for a bit, as you do. Then did my lesson observation, and it was with the head teacher. She came in and she was like, "Why is there a ball mark on your chest?" And I told her the story, how I'd chested it down, and she went, "Do you really think that's appropriate?" And my response was, "Yeah, but you should have seen the goal."
Yes.
I've never scored a goal as good as that in my life. So I think it was worth it. But yeah, that was when I was a young student.
But why is it not? Why is it not appropriate? That's a cool teacher.
If it's sitting up waiting to be hit,
exactly.
Sure, of course, it's appropriate.
It was one of them ones, as it's dropping, you've just got to volley it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
What's it like being a primary school
Instinct,
teacher?
innit?
Are the kids funny? Do they make you laugh?
Yeah, they do. It's every day is different. Put it that way.
Are you a good teacher?
So, I hope so. I like to think so. I've never had any bad reviews. So,
are you the cool teacher because you did the Joe Cole kind of goal against Sweden? Like everyone's like, "Oh, that's the main man."
Well, unfortunately, I don't work at that school anymore. I didn't last long after that, so maybe the goal wasn't worth it.
Now you're a Borough fan, but you live in Gateshead. Gateshead is Newcastle land, isn't it?
Yeah. My dad's from Yarm, so it's his fault, really.
Right. Okay. And will you ever relive the glory days at Borough? I mean, you've got Carrick as your manager. Can you get back up?
Yeah, I don't know. We've kind of at the minute forgot how to pass the ball, defend, and shoot and score. So apart from that, we're doing all right.
All right, let's see who you're playing against. Next up is a Plymouth fan called Ben. Ben lives in Fleet, and he's a delivery driver. His fun fact is he once went to 3 games in 22 hours. It is, of course, Ben Smith. Ben, tell us about that. 3 games in 22 hours.
Yeah, so basically on the Friday night, Aldershot had York away. And then on the Saturday lunchtime was Altrincham versus Weymouth. And then in the evening was England versus Macedonia. It was when they played at Old Trafford, so it was before Wembley was built.
Yeah.
That was was it a good experience doing that?
No, not really, if I'm completely honest. I missed the Aldershot goal because I'd had slightly too much to drink. Then the only memorable thing from the Altrincham-Weymouth game was there was a minute silence for an Altrincham fan, and someone's phone went off with the Yoda voiceover. There's a message from the dark side, so everyone started laughing. And then England smashed Macedonia, obviously. So it wasn't that memorable, but it was when I used to go to football a lot. So
why did you pick those games?
To get 3 in 22 hours.
Close together.
All close together.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
The
it was in York.
logistics worked.
Yeah,
right, you
exactly.
you were in York
You're
for the Aldershot game, so you were already up there. So yeah, got
It was already up there, and we were already going to the England game because I'm in England. I'll go England home and away. So it was one of them.
It's something Robbie would do, influencing.
yeah, be a good
Yeah,
video,
make a
wouldn't
video,
it?
wouldn't
Yeah.
Make a video of it and do
Massive
it.
influencer.
Ben, you're a delivery driver. Do you deliver
Correct.
legal stuff or illegal stuff?
Very much legal stuff.
Okay.
Luckily,
That's what they all say.
We're very
isn't it?
quick in with that. Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of legal stuff do you deliver?
mainly fast food,
yeah.
but do other bits, legal bits on the side, helping mates out and things like that.
Does he deliver?
Yeah. Do you deliver? No, he just does
chicken
chicken and
chips.
beef. Yeah. Plymouth, any good?
I think we're going to stay up, if I'm completely honest. And I think we are.
Neither does your
Just
chairman.
not-
Did you see that clip? When
Oh,
we
yeah,
go
I know.
down, yeah.
Unbelievable.
When we go down, not and then anyway. Oh, I mean, if
Just made some horrific decisions in managerial wise over the last 12 months, and I think it's just coming it's coming back to bite us now. I think our cup run will still carry on after the weekend though, when we beat City, because they're obviously in a right mess, aren't they? So
Yeah, right, cool. All right, now listen, let's take the laws of the game. This week on the A to Z, our featured letter was V for victory. So all the questions will be about V. There are 11 questions. It is unfair. So one of you will get 6 questions and one of you will get 5 questions. Who will it be? Everyone's thinking, who will it be? Who's going to get the 6 questions?
Yeah.
It is, of course, Will, because Borough are 11 points ahead of Plymouth. Actually, more than that, aren't they? How many points ahead are you of Plymouth? Anyway, and they've got Michael Carrick as their gaffer, and he won the Premier League loads of times, and I think he probably won the Champions League too, did he? He must have won that.
One of the most England's underrated players, I believe.
Oh, he's a great player, yeah. Please can I remind you, everything about this quiz is unfair, so don't moan and whinge when you get harder questions than your oppo. You get one joker to use to answer one question, but only one question. We've got Tubes today, who's a joker, and Joe is a joker too. Finally, at the end of the quiz, there'll be a penalty shootout. You're both getting one of these much sought after bucket hats as modelled by Tubes and myself. If you're watching, if you're not, tune
They
in.
both get one. I thought just the winner got one.
No, they both get it.
no, because it's unfair.
How long have you
There's
been doing
nothing
this?
to win.
We're at letter V and you don't even know it.
I thought just the winner got one.
No, both of them get
Oh
it.
my god!
Chucking
I
them
haven't
out
got one.
willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And they're good as well.
Helen is keeping scores or score. Her word is final.
I
Are
wish it
you
was.
ready, Will?
Yeah,
Are you
all
ready,
ready.
Ben?
correct.
Are you ready, Helen?
I have my pen. I am ready.
You're going to remember to keep count this week.
Oh,
was a
last
mess
week
last
I was
week,
all over
yeah.
the place. Yeah.
All right. Let's start with. We're going to start with Will, as I said. Will, V is for Van Gaal or Van Gaal. The Dutch manager won a major trophy with every club he managed. Can you name the 4 countries he did this in? That's quite easy, isn't it? 4 countries that Van Gaal was successful. Name them, Will.
England,
Man United.
Holland,
Ajax and AZ. Or AZ.
Germany,
Bayern.
and Italy.
Oh no! Who was it?
Spain?
Spain. Barcelona. Yeah.
That was me 50-50. Never mind. Went the wrong way.
He was sacked by United just 2 days after leading them to FA Cup glory. Do you think they'd want him back now? Because, like, you know, he had more success than, I suppose, Jose had the League Cup with him, didn't he? Did he win the League Cup with him? He did win the League Cup.
He won. He said that was his
Cup.
biggest achievement, finishing second with this team, and he's sort of proven to be a bit right, hasn't he?
Ben, V is for Vinnie Jones. Before footballer Vinnie Jones was an actor, he tried his hands at being a pop star. But what was the cover song he released whilst at Leeds? Was it A, It Must Be Love, B, Woolly Bully, or C, Special Brew?
It Must Be Love.
No! Does anyone know what it was?
Woolly Bully.
Woolly Bully.
I'd have gone Woolly Bully, like.
Yeah.
He did that on the X Factor, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he end up on
Did
the
he?
X Factor? Did he?
He did Celebrity X Factor, yeah.
Right, was he any good? He seems like he's got a
No.
decent set of pipes.
It wasn't.
No.
I bet he can sing, can't he?
Who, Vinny?
Vinny, yeah.
No, I bet he's terrible.
He's got all the confidence. He's got
Yeah.
all the confidence of that person who's had a couple of pints and storms
Yeah.
up to the karaoke,
I think
grabs
he
it,
can make
going,
out a tune.
down back everyone. Yeah, he's all right,
I'll
but
support him on that. Right, where
I
we
wouldn't
will.
tell him.
V is for vegetable. The tabloids nicknamed England manager Graham Taylor after a vegetable after losing to Sweden in 1992. But what vegetable was it?
No idea. I'm gonna have to use my joker. I didn't want to use it this early, but can I ask Joe, please?
Joe,
This is a tricky one.
is it?
Because,
no, they look the same. That's what
it's
you're
a
thinking.
turnip.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a turnip,
It was
wasn't
a turnip,
Because
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it's
Never
either a
heard of that.
Swede or a turnip.
Well, they were playing Sweden.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
why.
Therefore, you got to
Yeah.
think about it, haven't you? So it's a turnip. Yeah.
In a 2009 interview, Taylor said, when the sub-editor who had the idea of Turnip Taylor retired, I was invited to present him with a mock-up newspaper at his farewell party. I declined. Do you know, you think about it now,
Good.
it's such a horrific thing to do to someone, that, don't you
Terrible.
think?
It's
Yeah.
awful.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would it happen now? I don't think so.
No.
I
The
don't think so.
society was a lot crueler back then. But I suppose everyone was, you know, everyone, tabloid, TV, radio, everything was a bit horrible back then. Okay, Ben, V is for Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy, Ruud, managed 2 clubs before getting the Leicester City job. Can you name them?
Feyenoord and Man United. Can you have United?
PSV and United.
Ah.
United was good. I'm not sure I'd have got that. I've probably forgotten.
He was in charge for 3 games, wasn't
What? United?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Didn't he replace? Wasn't he like the first? Didn't he replace both the first 2 sacked managers this year? He replaced them both.
he? Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Knowledge.
That chat.
Yeah.
Will, V is for Venables. Everyone loves football manager Terry Venables. He managed QPR, Barcelona, Spurs, and of course England. He was a pretty decent player too. But where did he start his footballing career? Was it A, Spurs, B, Arsenal, or C, Chelsea?
I'll go Spurs.
It was actually Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Played 202
Chelsea.
times for Chelsea,
Yeah.
more than any other club.
Proper player.
Proper player.
Proper player.
Was he proper Chelsea?
Hey, proper Chelsea.
Proper
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Proper Chelsea.
It's not high scoring this today, but I'm enjoying it. V, who am I doing now? Ben. Is it Ben?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben. V is for Va Va Voom. Thierry Henry is known for scoring a shed load of great goals, cheating Ireland out of a place at the World Cup in 2010, and for saying Va Va Voom on our tellies. But what car did Thierry pretend to like? Was it A, a Citroen C3, B, a Renault Clio, or C, a Peugeot 208?
I believe it's a Renault Clio.
It's true, yes. He starred in the adverts in 2004. Apparently the catchphrase became so popular it was added to the Oxford English Dictionary, but the concise version. What does the concise version mean?
Shortened version, I don't know.
Well, yeah, obviously, but what does that mean? It's not real. It can be dispatched out of the dictionary at any stage.
Possibly, yeah.
What about when they were when it was
That was Bud, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was that? What was Budweiser?
Yeah.
Did that make it into the dictionary?
Was that?
Nicole Papa.
Yeah.
Should we get back to the quiz?
Yeah.
Or are we talking adverts? Will, this is for you. V is for Vindaloo. Vindaloo was an unofficial World Cup song for England for France 98. But what was the name of the band?
Was that Fat Les?
Fat Les, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Fat Les starred Alex James,
Yeah.
Keith Allen,
Yeah.
Lily Allen. I think she did backing vocals on it, didn't she?
Did she?
I think so. And I think in the video, Alfie Allen was in there as too. And Paul Kay did the verb bit,
Richard
didn't he?
Ashcroft walking down the
Richard
street.
Ashcroft, yeah. Yeah. So, well done. Ben, V is for Van Hooijdonk. The prolific Dutch striker won golden boots in 3 countries. Can you name the 3 countries?
Can I use my joker, please? I'll use tubes.
Ooh, look at the anguish on his face.
Man alive. Holland.
Yep.
England.
Yep. So interestingly about England, it was for First Division. So, hold on, Forest first. It says First Division. Does that mean Championship? No. 97, 98. No, there'd have been.
Played Premier League. He played Premier.
Yeah, but for Forest in 78, 79 was that Championship?
78, 79.
78.
97, 98.
That Ruud Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
would have been the Championship, wouldn't it? Yeah. It used to be Division 1, 2 and 3,
We'll get someone
didn't it, I
sacked
think?
because it was first of it. Someone's written. What?
Didn't it used to be Division 1, 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Is that what it
It's
used
not
to
the
be?
Coca-Cola. Is that not
yeah.
around then?
Yeah. And then it went to League One, whatever.
I mean, this quiz is unfair. And it's
Championship, League 1, League 2.
well.
Yeah, that was after.
For so long.
Yeah.
Have you thought yet?
I think it was like 2004
So
or
it's
something. Did it change?
Holland, England.
Yeah, you got Holland and England, mate.
I want to say Spain, but
Don't say that though.
no, I think it's going to. I want to say Italy as well.
That is a tough question.
That is a tough question.
I wouldn't say that.
It is a tough question.
I'll go closer to home.
Yeah, so Wales.
Wales. Oh, that's brilliant.
Played for Celtic, didn't he?
Oh, Scotland.
Oh, of course he did.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Wales.
forgot he played for Celtic.
The Wales league. You pop. Oh, Ben, you're having a shocker here.
I know.
And this next question is so easy. God, this is unfair, this quiz. Will, V is for the Valley. Who plays at the Valley?
Charlton.
And I mean,
It's so unfair.
Ben, how easy is that question? Oh.
Yeah, ridiculously easy.
And now you've got
But hey ho, football's unfair.
I'm not sure you got. I'm not sure you got
It
any
is.
right yet, have you?
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, one.
Here we go. This is one which is hard. V is for volley. Ben, volley comes from the French word voler. But what does that mean? Does it mean A, strike, B, flight, or C, smash?
Jesus.
You can stitch right up here,
this
Benny
is so
boy.
unfair.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely gutted for you.
I'm so glad Middlesbrough 11 points ahead of Plymouth.
Could you give me the options again, please?
Yeah, V is for volley. Volley comes from the French word voler. How do you say that, Joe? Because you're foreign.
You did all right there, yeah.
Volley. Yeah. You know the foreign.
Volley.
But what does it mean? Does it mean A, strike, B, flight, or C, smash?
Strike.
Joe?
Flight, innit?
It means flight, yeah.
Yeah, I would have guessed flight.
Oh, Ben, you're having a torrid time.
Sorry
here,
about
fella.
that.
Still the penalty shootout to come where you could do it. Numerous other football teams have been borrowed from French. Goal from Gole. Is that what it is? Gole?
I don't know.
Oh, you would speak Spanish, French, same thing.
I don't know.
I can't be bothered. The other one's dribble and dribbler.
Dribble.
Anyway, back to Will. Will, you've got one more question. Not that you need it at the moment. V is for Villarreal. Villarreal nickname. Villarreal have an unusual nickname, but what is it? Is it A, Yellow Swarm, B, Yellow Fever, or C, Yellow Submarine?
Well, I had Yellow Submarine in my head, so I'll go for that.
It's correct.
Yeah.
It is Yellow Submarine.
Oh, this is
that is the weirdest nickname to call your club, isn't it?
Do you know how it originated? In the 67-68 season, a group of fans would play the Beatles song on a battery-powered record player during matches. The club initially played in a kit of white shirts and black shorts, but in 2004-2005, during the club's golden age, they decided to wear all yellow, including their socks, in honour of the nickname. So
That is random.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
just because the fans used to play it. Helen, what are the scores?
Well,
Looking good for Ben, isn't it?
Will the Borough fan had 6 questions and he got 4 of them right, and Ben the Argyle fan had 5 questions and he got 1 right. They have both used their jokers, so it's Will 4, Ben 1.
Usually at this stage, I say it's all to play for in the penalty shootout. But
You never know.
do you know what?
You never
Ben,
know.
Do you not know, Tubes?
Pressure's on.
It's not looking good, is it?
I would breath.
Yeah. Before we get into the penalty shootout, Helen, please remind us of the scores.
Will has 4 and Ben has 1.
It's only 3 in it.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Ben?
Not great. Don't fancy my chances, if I'm completely
No,
honest.
come
but
on, Ben, believe.
We'll go. Come on.
How you feeling, Will?
I don't know, a bit nervous. Just need to,
Well, the way
don't want to crumble under the pressure.
the way it works is you get to go first because it's unfair. But I mean, if you wanted to, because you're so far ahead, you could let Ben go first, or you could just stick to you going first. Obviously, the advantage is going first.
I'll
Why are
go
you-
first.
You'll go first.
Ruthless operator.
Ruthless Will, no nonsense. He's come here to win. Sod you, Ben.
Gonna crush it like a bug.
He's not made any friends there, has he?
I like it.
He's
Yeah,
gonna win.
he's a-
And do you know what they're
he's
playing for, Joe?
born winner.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They're playing for nothing, and he still wants to win. He's
Yeah.
a winner.
It's not a popularity contest, is it?
Exactly.
No.
Really not.
It's unfair.
Okay, you ready, guys? Let's start with Will. Will, name as many Dutch Premier League players, past and present, with Van in their name.
Van Persie.
Yeah,
Van Nistelrooy.
yeah,
Van Bronckhorst.
yeah,
Van der Sar.
You're
yeah,
good.
brilliant.
Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Good.
Van der Gaar.
Oh, yes.
Where's that one?
Raymond van der Houw.
I don't know if I'm allowed Venegor of Hessen. Oh, no, it's not Van. Never mind.
You're out. You're out.
Right,
Come on.
can he
Ben,
make
come
a
on,
comeback?
Do it. You can do it.
Van der Vaart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Yeah.
De Beek.
Yes.
Van der
Yeah,
what?
Van
Yeah,
der Beek, Everton.
Donny van der Beek.
Donny
Okay,
van der
oh,
Beek.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's good.
This
Keep
is
going.
big.
Come
This
on,
is
Ben.
big.
We're
He's
rooting
within
for
one.
you. Come on. Come on. Ben.
Oh, no.
Ben.
God.
Ben. Ben, you're out.
No.
I can't keep
Go
going.
on, Annie.
You're out.
Van der Ven.
Yeah, Van der Ven would have been.
Van der
I've got Van den Berg, but he plays for Middlesbrough, so he wouldn't be allowed. So.
Yeah. Helen, what were the final scores?
Oh, hasn't he got a brother? Sorry,
It's too late.
Sorry, I'm sure he's got a brother who used to play for Liverpool.
Trying to get back in. It's
Who else is on the
over.
list?
It's finished. It's finished.
Right.
Vanny Jones.
Who won that, Helen?
Okay, so in the penalty shootout, Will scored 3, Ben got 5, but adding the scores together, overall, Will scored 7 and Ben scored 6.
Oh, you were so close.
Agony.
What a game.
Ben, you're going to go to bed tonight and it's going to be all running through your mind. Never mind.
All the
Fantastic.
all the vans.
It was a great end to that.
Van-
Thank you so
Pat
much,
Van
guys,
Den
for
Houw.
joining us today. That was brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Thank
legends.
you very much.
Thank
See
you
later.
Very much.
That
Cheers.
was
Bye.
good fun.
See you later.
When the game gets it right, it's pure delight. This is what's right with football.
Lawson Bourne says, right, guys, I think I've got a great what's right with football that's hopefully not already been done. When you're in the ground watching a game and there's a synchronised handball from either of the sets of fans and the ref not giving the decision. So the other set of fans repeatedly shouts handball every time someone takes any touch for the following 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Even better when during those 30 seconds there's another genuine handball claim made.
Yeah. Handball. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love crowd interaction.
Tongham says terracing. You cannot peak standing on a packed terrace still. I mean, that's pretty much my
Agreed.
footballing. Yeah.
No, he did say packed.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say. That's why I tailed off. That's why. Yeah. Carmicky says the new retro Premier League ball. I watched a bit of that yesterday, where it flying into the goal, and it didn't seem to spin.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, Sam Cousins also says the new retro Premier League ball, and Phil Horsfield says this podcast.
Oh,
yay!
Top man.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
That's what's right with football.
Far too much football chat on this show.
Oh, getting
Anything
sick
but
of the football chat.
Yeah, why not?
You've had your footy fix, now it's time to switch. It's anything but football.
No, not football.
Big Lynchy says, what's your favourite quiz show?
Ooh, Lynchy.
My favourite of all time ever, and the greatest moment of my career was Shooting Stars.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That was
awesome. Yeah.
Have you ever watched Only Connect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
It's
very good at it, though.
hard. It's like impossible.
Well, it's not, because there's people who go on it that are brainier than any of us.
Oh, it's just rock.
I like the original Bullseye.
Oh, yeah. Can't be a bit of bully.
I used to love watching that when I was younger, yeah.
Listen to Tony.
Yeah, it's just, I like
Anyone ever watch University Challenge?
No, it's
Yeah, every now and again. That's
not
rock.
really.
That's
Questions
rock
are
as
too
well.
hard for
Can
me.
you get any of the questions?
You might get one an episode.
Yeah,
tuned into-
agree.
I tuned into it once with my daughter, and it was something came up like, what colour did Chelsea play in or something. It was something easy, and I could answer it, and I got it, and I went, I've done this, let's turn over.
Turn it off.
I'm never going to watch it again.
Completed it,
Just
mate.
so that she
Yeah.
thinks, Mom, my dad can get all the
Well
University
clever.
Challenge
Yeah.
questions.
It's when they say the next round is a music round, and you think, right, I'm in here. And then you go, right, it's classical music. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Bach.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably watch Pointless most evenings. I think it's just on, but I like, because it's that question, isn't it? Do you watch Pointless or The Chase? I like them both, but I think I like Pointless a little bit better.
Which quizzes have you been on? And I was on Question of Sport. I've done Question of Sport twice.
Oh, yeah, that used to be
I've done
amazing.
a Question of Sport.
Yeah,
I've done They
won it.
Think It's All Over.
That was great as well.
I've done that twice.
I think it's all over.
They think it's
Yeah.
all over. Which
Yeah.
ones they think it's all over?
You used to have Lee Hurst on.
Oh, right. Gary Lineker's one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
And
did
Jonathan Ross.
David Gower was on it as
Yes.
well.
That's right. You did that. I
Yes.
didn't know you did that. Yeah, I must have known you'd done that because I
Yeah, so I was on Jonathan Ross's team
Yeah.
twice, and you're right, it was David Gower, and yeah.
Did you have the problem with those shows, those panel shows? And I haven't done a lot of them, if I'm honest with you, is because they send in comedy writers to write some sketches for you, and I don't really want to do that because I'm just not a stand-up comic. Whereas with Shooting Stars, they literally just take the mickey out of you for half an hour, so it's brilliant. You just sit there laughing at.
Did you go on Shooting Stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, they grilled you, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember
God,
it.
Yeah, it was the best thing ever. You support Chelsea, he says, and he said, "Who do you support?" And I went Chelsea, and then Bob goes, "Oh, I support children. I've got to give my money to charity." It's really good. Yeah. So have we covered that? Should we do our top three quiz shows of all time?
Shooting Stars.
I am gonna stick Pointless in there because I really like it. I really enjoy
We
it.
both did catchphrase and both did won it, so we should do catchphrase.
Oh yeah.
We've
Yes.
both done that.
Yeah, I do like
Is that
catchphrase.
yeah? Is that?
Of course
I'm
it's a
not sure
quiz,
you
yeah.
put that.
Yeah,
not sure
we both won that, so
technically.
we'll put that second.
Okay.
I used to love Generation Game as well.
Generation Game.
Yeah, that was class.
Family Fortunes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
What's
Babbage.
the one?
Big Break. That was awesome.
What's the one where the celebrities say write the answer down?
Blankety blank.
Blankety blank. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's it.
Yeah. Les Dawson, brilliant on that.
Good. Right, that's the end of this show again. We've run out.
Favourite biscuits?
I do love the end of these because I just think if anyone's listening, they go, because it starts off on a Tuesday and it's quite strong, and we've got all the, the backlash and all that sort of stuff, Black Splash, and then by the end, the Friday show, it's just rubbish.
Yeah, it's like watching a game when you're 3-0 down.
Yeah.
It's like 90+8 on the clock and you're still.
We're only answering a question we've been answering.
Should we go?
Oh.
I think a lot of people are leaving this before the final whistle.
See you later.
Please write in if you do listen to the end bit, anything but football, because it is absolutely nonsense.
We should give badges away, shouldn't we? Like the 8 o'clock club.
Yeah, anything but
The
football.
90+8 club.
Right, that's it. We'll
Brilliant.
be back on Tuesday with what are we now?
W.
So
W.
W.
W for West Brom, for West Ham, for
Wolverhampton.
for
Wanderers.
Wickham, for Wanderers. We'll see you
Winning.
then. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch last week's great episode. Click here. Where is it?